A funeral attended by more than 100,000 people farewell object, but it was just a football player who committed suicide by lying on the railway tracks. This is a story that once made the whole of Germany a sad and tragic story. November 10, 2009. There is only half a year left until the opening of the South Africa World Cup. All players are trying to qualify for the World Cup and try your best, but one used it for 13 years. The man who finally secured the starting spot is Germany's goalkeeper, but at this moment he ended his life. His name is Robert Enke. A player who should be better than Neuer proved his talent in the World Cup. A poor man who has never been spared by fate started his career at the age of 17. 18-year-old transferred to Bayern Munich's nemesis Mönchengladbach at the age of 23. He wore the captain's armband of the Portuguese Super League giants Benfica. Even in Germany, which is famous for its goalkeepers, Enke is definitely a genius. He not only has quick response but also solid basic skills. I also like to participate in the backcourt pass arrangement. If you were born 10 years later, he will be Guardiola's favorite type of goalkeeper. In addition to the introverted personality that is different from the traditional German goalkeeper, Enke in his early career there are almost no obvious shortcomings. Summer 2002. Because of his amazing performance during the Benfica period, the young German was brought to Camp Nou. This is the place he dreamed of. Enke is looking forward to making great achievements here, but the season hasn't started yet. Coach Van Gaal poured cold water on Enke. The Dutch told Enke he was stuffed into the team by the top management, not the person you plan to buy from in the new season's games. It turns out that Enke is not the starting goalkeeper. He is a young player who was promoted directly from Barcelona B team. Valdez. Although Enke was a little depressed at first, not discouraged, he thinks the basic skills in all aspects are better than Valdez. The opponent just relied on a long pass, just barely overwhelmed myself. As long as there is a chance, he will definitely prove his strength. However, when the opportunity Enke had been waiting for finally came, the script did not develop as he imagined. Kings Cup against Novelda, the bottom team of the Spanish 3rd Division. Enke played as the starting goalkeeper, scooped the ball out of the goal 3 times for a team like Barcelona, lost to a Spanish 3rd Division team. Of course, it's not just one person's responsibility, but after the game, the team captain De Boer, but he put all the blame on Enke. This directly made the Germans the target of public criticism. Long-term discrimination by the head coach, the self-blame for the defeat of a lower-level team. In addition, some extreme fans attacked the optimistic and cheerful German star of hope. Gradually depressed. The bad experience of loaning to Fenerbahce, it made him fall into the abyss completely. One early morning he told his wife in frustration, "I seem to be suffering from depression. To escape from this world." He ignored the dilemma of having no ball to play for nearly half a year. Still chose to terminate the contract early. Although Enke later moved to Tenerife on a small Spanish island far from the fray and the spotlight, bravely overcame depression, but fate, it seems that he has no intention of letting this German man go. September 2006. Enke's beloved daughter Lala passed away just a few months ago. Enke also held Lala received cheers from the fans at Hannover 96's home stadium. This person has had a bad fate since birth. He underwent 3 consecutive heart surgeries. The girl who barely survived once the driving force that encouraged Enke to overcome depression. Although a few days after Lala's death, Hannover's captain returned to the club, but the beloved leaves her. His almost healed depression wound tear a crack. 3 long years he misses his deceased daughter all the time. To relieve the pain of losing a daughter, he has 5 dogs. He and his wife adopted a girl and named Laura, but it still doesn't help. Enke once told his wife Teresa, "If I could lend you my brain for an hour, you will know how much pain I am in." Please don't misunderstand, Enke is not a fragile man. Even though I am suffering from depression, he is still on the pitch tenaciously defending the team's honor. Around 2009, after former goalkeeper Lehmann faded out of the national team, Adler and Neuer are 2 new stars. The node where the wings are not yet fully grown. Enke even once secured the position of the German team's national goalkeeper. It is also regarded by most media as the 2010 World Cup in South Africa Germany's best starting goalkeeper. However, facing the upcoming World Cup dream, Enke collapsed. In the long-term pain of losing a daughter and under the pressure of competing with Adler depression engulfs Enke again. He recalled it again, painful experiences at Barcelona and Fenerbahce, the fear of causing the team to lose because of me. He dared not return to the green field. Even in training he is still omnipotent. Even when he was facing his teammates, he still kept smiling. But Enke knows I'm done for. He even pretended to be sick. Also want to avoid the German team's game on the afternoon of November 10, 2009. He told his wife he was going to train but drove to the railway ended his life in the most decisive way. 200 meters away from where he lay on the tracks there is a small tombstone bury the remains of my daughter Lala. This player once lost the ball due to Ulrich's mistake when being criticized by the coach. To young people, I don't even know the man who called to encourage this name loves life very much, a man who has been battling depression for 6 years. I couldn't save myself after all. After Enka's death, wife Teresa follows her husband's wishes. He announced to the public his 6-year battle with depression. German Football Association holds funeral for Enka. More than 100,000 people saw off the German goalkeeper. It has been more than 40 years since Germany's largest public funeral. Hanover's home ground. Enka's portrait is still preserved. No depression, he should have been in German football. Leave a strong mark, leave a strong mark. And celebrated his 37th birthday a few days ago. May all life be embraced by kindness, may depression be away from everyone.